Stand up class. Assalamualaikum and good morning. Okay, let us start with reciting dua. Amin, amin, ya rabbal alamin. Okay, sit down. How are you today? Fine? Good, that's great. So, before we start, I want to show you something. Please look carefully as this is related to our topic today. So, by what I have done just now, do you have any idea what topic we will learn today? What kind of topic is it? That's almost true. Good try, class. So, class, can you see the slide? Okay, please follow after me. Printmaking. Yes, today we will learn about printmaking. Actually, this is just one of simple example method regarding this topic. Okay, for your information, based on our lesson today, we will go through definition, what actually printmaking is, then a little brief on history of printmaking, types of printmaking and materials which you will learn with teacher Akmal. Then, the really exciting part, we will do experimentation of printmaking process with teacher Safia. Lastly, teacher Hadira will wrap up our lesson. Okay class, are you ready and excited for our lesson today? Good. So what actually the meaning of printmaking? Printmaking is the process of producing an image effect on the surface through the application of blocks or plates coated with printed ink. Generally, printmaking means something that leaves an effect or form an image on the surface. Just like what I did in the beginning of class, right? Good. Each printmaking method will produce a variety of different prints depending on the material that you use. It's okay, about the printmaking methods you will learn deeply later on. So now class, please lend me your ears as I want all of you to listen to me carefully. We will together fly to see the past of printmaking historical journey in Malaysia. Okay class? Great! The development of printmaking is not as active as painting. Most early printmaking art was socially themed. An example of printmaking artwork is United in 1954 by Tan T.G. using wood print art. Tai Hui Kiat also produced a lino print artwork entitled King Fisher in 1951. Next, we will go on to printmaking art after Independence Day. So, do you remember when did Malaysia gain independence? What year of Merdeka Day? Right! In 1957. Okay, after Malaysia's independence, many local artists continued their study abroad, including Long Tian Shi, Abdul Latif Mohidin, and Khalid Yusuf and others. They also contribute to the development of printmaking art in Malaysia after their returns. Now, we continue on the contemporary era. The contemporary era of printmaking art, which is conventional printmaking art to digital, began in the year of 1980s. Ismail Zain introduced his digital print artwork in the exhibition called Digital Collage in 1988. So, we are now done with history of printmaking in Malaysia. Next, we move on to the types of printmaking, which are the methods and techniques. Please look on the slide. There are 4 types of printmaking methods and technique which are: 1 is relief, then serigraphic or we call silk screen, intaglio, and lastly planographic. Relief prints are created from a raised surface. This method is the oldest method in the art of printing. Serigraphic is the method of using silk fabric, sometimes called silk screening. Serigraphy or which is sari means silk. It is a type of stencil printing. Intaglio prints are created from cut surface. Intaglio describes the process of making print by placing ink or color on the surface of cut side, which usually using block or lino block. Remember the Malaysian artist that I have mentioned before? The work of United and Kingfisher are using intaglio method. Lastly is planographic. Planographic is the printing of a flat surface. It is based on the technique of oil repulsion with water. Okay, without wasting our time, we will proceed to teacher Akmal to continue on our lesson.
Hi everyone, teacher Akmal is here. But first, I have several questions for you guys to answer. The first question is, how many types of printmaking? Can you answer that? Okay, the answer is 4. There are 4 types of printmaking. So, next question. Can you list down the 4 types of printmaking? Maybe this is tough one, right? What do you think? Are you sure about your answer? Okay, the answer is 1. Relief, 2. Serigraphy, 3. Intaglio, and lastly, planography. So today, we will going to do one of the type of printmaking, that is serigraphy. In other words, it's called as silk screening. Good. Before we start, I will list down the material that we're going to use in this activity. Okay, the material that we need are 1. Silk screen, 2. Squeegee, 3. Printing paste, 4. Water-based ink, 5. Paper, 6. Masking tape, and lastly subject matters. For the subject matters, you will need to find some leaf. It can be any kind of leaf, big or small, that you can find around your house area. But guys, please keep in mind, always put your safety first, okay? Good. So let's proceed with teacher Safia for the demonstration. Let's go.
Hi, I will continue with demonstration on silk screen. Firstly, you have to prepare your silk screen. You have to get rid of for old silk screen and reattach with new silks. You should have to stretch silk very tight and stapler around the frame. So here it's done. Before I'm going through to printmaking, I want to remind you to wear apron to cover your attire from colors and dirty. So we go to the next step, which is you have to masking tape outside and inside of the screen to prevent paste printing from running into edges of the whole silk screen. After that, you put silk screen aside and then take your subject matter, which is nature, and I use a leaf for my printmaking, and arrange it on your paper. It depends on you how many you want to put your leaf on your paper. And then
take your seat screen, which is it is inside and it is outside, and put it like this. And you may to adjust your lip to look full in your seat screen. Next, you have to take your pretty paste and you can make your own color and then put it at the bottom of the frame. Next, we have to use squeegee. How to use squeegee? You have to use at the flat side and do not use at the curved side. Okay, let's go. You have to use like this, and your hand have to hold aside and slowly thread your squeegee. Then when you finish it, you have to take away your pretty paste and put it inside. And then you have to leave your seat screen carefully. You may do repeat layer by layer, and then don't forget to clean your frame with hand towel, or you can wash it with warm water to prevent it clog on the screen. Lastly, you have to dry in the sun, or you can wait it for a while until it's dry. Okay, that's all for demonstration, and I hope you enjoy with my demonstration earlier. So that's all from me. Thank you.
So, I hope you are done with all learning and activities which has been taught by Teacher Marani, Teacher Safia, and Teacher Akmal. Do you understand well what they have been taught? Okay, so good. So, I want to do a previous revision of the learning and activities of our lesson today. Are you ready? First of all, I will explain briefly introduction that has been presented by Teacher Mariani. Do you still remember the important points about the introduction? Still remember, right? Okay, what does mean printmaking art? In short, print means some that leave an effect or inform an image on the surface. Is it? Okay, now let's look at this slide. So, what are these type of printmaking art? Okay, good. Next, what are these types? Alright, so now let's list the types of printmaking art. There are several types of printmaking art, which is relief, serigraphy or silk screen, intaglio, and planography. Yes. Okay, now let's move to second section, which is materials teaching. So basically, I know that you guys still remember what has been taught by Teacher Akmal, right? So I want all of you, including me, to list all the materials which has been Teacher Akmal taught. We list together, okay? First, silk screen. So what is it used? Silk screen is the process of transferring a stencil design onto a flat surface. How about squeegee? Squeegee are one of the most important parts of
screen printing. It is a tool processing a wooden. So next, we're gonna look at printing paste. As you guys already know, printing paste is viscose, which is made from pigments of chemical. Other basic materials such as paper, masking tape, and the subject matter that we use to make a design. Crystal clear? Okay, good. Now want to ask if you all enjoy doing printmaking art activity just now with teacher Safia. It's really fun, right? Okay, now with me are some example of printmaking art which is very interesting. That you guys think, is it interesting? I'm sure those printmaking art are very interesting. Alright, good. So, do you still remember the demo step for the activity just now with teacher Safia? What's the subject matter that you guys use for the activities? Anyone can tell me? Alright, yes, good. That's right, we use nature subject matter. Can you tell me the step for the activity? Or maybe you already forget? It's okay, let's remember back instantly. First is prepare your seed screen. So next step, what are they? Okay, good. Second step is tape the outside and inside of the seed and lay down the seed screen after arranges the subject matter that has been used, and then apply the ink by using a squeegee and repeat for the next layer. But before make it dry, you may remove all the tape and the design, and yeah, it's done. That's all, and it's just a basic steps to do. So I hope you guys can practice it at home, okay? Okay, so before ending our lesson today, so I want some feedback from you. Was today lesson is fun? That's it. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap our lesson for today. Thank you for coming, and thank you for lending me your ears. So I hope you guys will understand this topic that has been and enjoying the activity that has been provided today. Alright, see you. Thank you.